Hi, I am D Ray, aka DJ Lady, and this is my first edition to Quarantine Queens. I'm sorry, my first edition to Talk Back Tuesday. Um, I want this platform to be where we can talk honestly, uh, very positively about issues and situations that affect us, that are by us. Did I say positive? Remember positive. So my first edition, I think the best way to start this is to go ahead and introduce myself and tell you a little bit about myself. I am a DJ. DJ Lady is my handle. I also am the quarantine one half of the Quarantine Queens. Um, I am a life coach certified. I did take the class, pay the money, did the work. So if anybody needs that assistance, I'm very well capable of doing that as well. I also am going to put out a book in October, so y'all pray for me. I hope that does really well and y'all enjoy it. My first topic today, um, I'm a very community oriented person, and I think that we have to stay in order: men, wife, children. So my first topic is going to be um, well, actually, let me just tell you who my guest is going to be. So, you know a little bit about me, and you know a little bit about my quarantine partner. However, I don't think you know my son. So, I want to introduce him and see if I can get him on the live. One second. This is new. Bear with me. We're waiting. We're waiting. There he is. Hi. How you doing?
Hello, how you doing? I'm
Hi.
well. How are you?
I'm doing well. This is my first guest, everyone. This is Devonte, aka DJ, and he's going to be my first guest. And if you haven't figured out, this is my son. How you doing, son?
I'm good. Just got done putting in some work. My hands.
With your hands, okay.
Yeah.
So today, I wanted to see if it's okay with you, son. You don't mean you talk a lot anyway, uh, with each other about different topics. This
Mhm.
topic today is going to be about how do you feel about men being able to express themselves um, in society and also in a relationship. Is it acceptable to you, or how do you feel?
I feel like it is not um popularly accepted. I feel men are usually subjected to um self healing
Mm.
for the most part. In
What do
society,
you
I
mean
feel
by that?
I feel like it's established from the time that you a kid. You better not be crying. You better not be. Nobody even hit you that hard. You a boy. It's that type of. You told that all the time, and it is internalized. I think that
Right.
you just equate that to every situation in your life is to be thing. You were fair is the word. I think that when you have a boy and you feel like you're when you're raising him solely intellectually and emotionally, you have to be fair. You don't want to be uh too understanding of a child because that's not who they're gonna grow to be. You kind of lined everything up in a way to where it's when I was younger, it was more like, okay, come to mommy and you okay to, all right now,
Yeah.
DJ, like you gonna have to get it together, into
Right.
like you a man now, so make it happen. So I think that it was steps. I think everything is about steps. I think that some parents are already on the man stage of the, especially in our culture and black people culture, they already telling they 4-year-old to be a man and get mad that, you know, he talked to his mama like a man by the time he's 10, 12 years old.
Right, right. So how did you start expressing yourself?
I think the way that you told me was to write things down, and I think that helped with my art, and that helped with the type of music that I like made, and just different ways to channel frustration. I think because
Mm-hmm.
as boys, you're not, you know, it looks girly. I guess the generation we grew up in to be what's the word too emotional. I guess
Right,
you don't always
right,
want to, you know, imagine a kid coming up to, well, when I feel like a boy, just saying like, yeah, I just feel like you're treating me unfairly. Everybody gonna be like, ugh, you know. I
right,
don't think nobody can hear that. So I think that that's a part of it. You know, I think that it has to be a time and a place for everything. So I will write things down that I can internalize, and I'll speak to you about things that I couldn't get out on paper.
right,
And when you can't get it,
right.
when you can't figure it out yourself, you need to speak to somebody.
Okay, and also let me ask you a question. How did that transpire or move forward when you got into a relationship? How do you as a man express yourself in a relationship without, you saying without losing, I guess, losing cool points?
No, I think that's a good point. I think that it's not so much about losing cool points, but in a relationship, most women when they talk about they want security and to feel protected, you know, a woman doesn't want to feel stronger than her man. So I feel like in most situations, you would have to just like how it was when I was a kid. You have to deal with what you can, but when you get to the point where it's going to be so rare that you brings up your emotions to her, because she still has to be acceptable to that. You want it to be like, you want her to be like, oh well, he barely brings anything to me, so this must be serious. You know, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like how you grow up. You don't want it to be every situation. Oh well, I just had a bad day at work and my boss, and and then I came in the house and I couldn't find socks. Like women don't want to hear that. They want to hear that it's something. It's when it's a big deal. I feel like any strong woman, any understanding strong woman, will want to listen.
Right. And how does that play out in society? So let me give you a scenario. So when you're at work and you're a pretty decent sized black male, and you have a strong opinion or feeling about something, how do you get that across without, I guess, being too aggressive or being an angry black male?
I feel like frustration only comes, you know, in loudness and tone of people's voice when they're not articulate.
All
So
right, right.
I wait. If I'm too mad where I can't say something out loud, or if I feel like I'm about to yell, I'll think, you know, and that's how you. I mean, unfortunately, it's a survival tactic for a lot of black men to learn how to be articulate without raising your voice, and to use words to where they can't be misinterpreted or misunderstood. Uh, so if you're articulate, you can remain calm in a lot of situations and not, you know, and seem almost like you're unshakable, which is plays into the what you were asking earlier about how society accepts
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, men being vulnerable and being able to expect, you know, so it's all about self education, self help and health,
Mm-hmm.
um, and learning yourself. I think the biggest problem is for black men, we don't know how we're received by people until it's too late. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
see by the police as dangerous when they, you know, or aggressive when you see like how we react with cops, and you know we see how they see us. We see how women see us after you know you broke their heart. Y'all got into it, so y'all don't know until it's too late. So I think before you jump into society, or just take time to learn yourself.
Right. So I guess that's going to tie into my last question for you is what advice would you give not only young black males like yourself, but just men, especially our minorities in general, on not being, I guess I don't want to say that they should internalize everything, because I don't think that's healthy, and I don't think it promotes healing. And then they also want to be a punk either. So, like, what advice do you have that has worked for you in your life on how to just express yourself?
Sometimes, it's okay to be around people and to talk, but sometimes being alone makes you strong. And sometimes the people that you're around aren't helping you grow. So you got to choose your crowds. I feel like, unfortunately, I've moved around a lot, so I got to see how a lot of people's realities have always been and will never change because they never leave. But you have to experience new stuff. You have to try to figure out what are healthier habits. Some people's bad habits are food. Some people's bad habits are like smoking and drinking and stuff. That's coffee is a drug for people to sell.
Right. Right. Okay. I know you're busy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No, we're good.
I know you're busy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I just wanted to. I didn't mention this about DJ. DJ is an artist, and he's also married with 2.5 kids. When is that baby coming?
Late September.
All right, I'm ready to be another honey. Can you tell the folks where to find your music? And also, you're also a certified life coach.
Yeah.
And a future, let me say, how do I say this? A future New York best time seller author coming up. So you're working on your book as well. Congratulations on that. Can you give us a couple of links where to find your, just find?
All my social media, from Twitter to Instagram to Facebook, is Trill Alumni DJ. That's TRILLALUMIN. Oh, NI. Yeah, you whatever. DJ. But type in Trill Alumni DJ on all social media platforms, all music platforms. You should be able to find me. And as far as the book and stuff like that, just stay posted on my social media. I will be giving information, as well as your book coming up pretty soon. I'm excited about,
Thank you.
Yeah, just hit
and also, ladies, I know this is my son, so I know this is very important. I know he's handsome. But he's taken because he's married, and I love my daughter-in-law. So don't go there. Don't do it. I just wanted to thank you for your time. Thank you for being my very first guest on Talk Back Tuesday. I appreciate your knowledge and your wisdom, and I just appreciate you for being my son. I'm super proud of you, and want to say I love you and thank you. And we catch you next time.
Absolutely, I'll be back.
All right, thank you so much, sir. All right, you guys. This is going to end my first Talk Back Tuesday. I wanted to give a shout out to you guys who came out and listened. I'm also going to have other guests on here with probably similar topics or different topics. Also, if you're an entrepreneur, reach out to me so we can see if we can get you on here. I wanted to shout out to my makeup artist and hairstylist, that other half of Quarantine Queen, Essence Alyssa. And I just wanted to say thank you for joining me. And also, let's say a prayer for everybody who's involved in the coronavirus, or whether it's a death or just having a hard time doing this. We want to say a special prayer for you. And also for this hurricane that's coming out, y'all be safe and love one another. And I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace. This is D-Ray.